Good morning, everyone. And the other side. Lee circles. And reverse. And shoe circles. And reverse. And pink circles. And reverse. And reverse. and block. Okay, you can put away your sticks. Okay, I'm going to show you guys two short videos. They're actually video shorts from YouTube. So let's watch them. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that both these videos are the same woman. I won't say any more. We'll just watch them and then you guys can comment afterward. This is the first one. That's her, that little spot right there. So I'm sorry, I thought I had both those queued up, but I made a mistake. Comments? Catherine, what do you think?
It's great to watch her.
Yeah.
You not only to hear her breathing, I
Yes.
think it's great, and she's struggling, but also it's like you can almost see her thinking before moving.
Yes.
Because there is this time where she's assessing where she is, what she can do, what she cannot do, she's trying, she's stepping back. I mean, it's very interesting, really,
I'm
to
glad
see her
yes, I'm really glad
moving
you caught that.
slowly but surely.
That's exactly what I thought too. There's a lot of strategy.
Mm.
It's not just muscle.
No.
However, there's a lot of muscle.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, of course, of course.
in incredible shape.
I
But
bet you can do the splits.
yes,
Yeah.
and she was doing the splits, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of brain power in this too.
yeah,
You've got to be very experienced and very good at. I mean, I think she was literally making things up as she went along.
yeah. It's obviously that it's improvising, but at the
Yeah.
same time, skillfully improvising.
Yes.
I mean, that
Yeah.
she knows what she's doing. I mean, it's just not like, oh, let's just
Exactly.
start and I don't know anything about this, but
Her choices were limited.
yeah,
Well, the choices are limited and the consequences, but the consequences are very simple.
Yeah, live or die.
Live or die. And she must have been up 300 or 400 feet. And actually, we didn't even see the bottom of the cliff, so who knows how far it was. Now she was roped. She was roped. The rope was basically the color of the cliff, so it was difficult to see. But you'd be nuts. You'd be absolutely crazy to do that free climbing. You've got to be safety roped.
Although that has been done.
It has been done. It has been done. There's a
Crazy guy. What's his name?
There's some crazy guys out there. However, they don't all live a long life. They sometimes pay for their craziness. Nevertheless, I found her very inspiring. James, any thoughts?
I am not of the same species as that human being. And it reminds me of the Alex Hinault movie where he free climbed El Capitan.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It is one of the most frightening movies I've ever been through.
It's what these folks do is really quite extraordinary. It's so far beyond what I can even imagine. And you would, I think, have to start this about age 12 or so in your backyard, climbing trees or whatever, and just go from there. Because you would have to be in absolutely peak condition to do this. Genevieve, you gonna do it?
No, but I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old at home, so maybe I'll indoctrinate them early.
I'll send links to these videos out to everybody. They're a lot of fun. Anyway, she's an extraordinary athlete. There's what I like about it, besides the obvious, is you have to be in the moment to do this. You can't be somewhere else. You have to be in the moment. And actually, believe it or not, that's exactly what Tai Chi is like. When you are pushing hands with someone, they're like the cliff that you're climbing. You have to be in the moment and you have to be responding. The only difference is when you're doing Tai Chi, the cliff is changing all the time. It's not just a rock, it's changing and moving just like you're changing and moving. But the only way to deal with that is to improvise, is to be in the moment. You have to be very experienced, just as Catherine was saying. But you have to also be willing to just totally improvise. The only way to get to that place is to practice. And the practices are exactly what we're doing. These practices were developed in order to eventually go on to be totally improvisational and in the moment. So when you're doing, and we're going to go on to a practice here in a moment, when you're doing these practices, don't fall asleep. Just stay awake. And the way to do that is to constantly be relating back to yourself. So yesterday we started working on Golden Rooster stands on one leg. And we were really just working on the sort of outer physical manifestations of that. So we were working on this motion here, shifting your weight, doing this figure 8, and we didn't even get around to going up like this. So let me put some signals on. I'm going to put some signals on my knees. Watch the timing. Right? They both top out at the same time. So this is an exercise that requires you to lift your knee up. And let me put a few more signals on here. All right, so you have to lift your knee, and what you're doing is you're lifting your knee up to your Dan Qian, or roughly up to here. Watch my feet. Can you see that my foot is turned in a little bit? It's not just hanging out here. It's turned in. What you're doing with your foot is covering your other knee. So if somebody's trying to kick at you, they're going to try to kick at your knee. So you're basically protecting your own knee here, right? And you're protecting your knee here. And watch my toes, right? They're covering this knee. And covering this knee. Now we tend to be a little looser about it, but that's the basic idea. So there's a lot of exercise in this move. If you you're lifting your thighs up like this, you're going to get a lot of exercise with this. You're also going to open and close the quad quite a bit here. Okay. Bruce. To so you look at. Okay, so that kind of takes care of the more or less the outer physical part of this. Let's go into what's happening on the inside. It's a little more difficult to see. I might need a few more signals on here, at least one. Okay, so what I'm talking about is the silk reeling part of this, the spiraling part of this. And there's maybe two major things that I want you to get. One is stay aware of your spine, of your inner pole. Right? You're going to spin around this inner pole. Now watch my hand in relationship to this inner pole. Right? Spin. 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 All right. Let me watch you do it. Keep doing it. Let me watch you. No, it's not this. It's not this. It's here. I'm going to have tape all over myself here. Watch. If you try to do anything in relationship to wrestling with somebody with your arms out here, you're not going to get anywhere because you don't have any leverage. And if you don't have leverage, it won't work, right? To get leverage, you have to have your lever in as close to the fulcrum as you can get it. Right? You bring this in toward your center line, and then the whole center line turns. That's very different than just having your arm turn. Right? The whole body turns. Master Zhang used to say, it's like this, guys. Your arm comes in, your whole upper arm gets welded to your ribs. It gets welded to your ribs. And then you move the palm of the hand by moving the body. Okay, so to do this right, there's two phases of this that you need to feel when you do this. You need to feel it physically. Now, the truth is, when we just do this as a silk reeling exercise, we do a light version of it. But I'm going to teach you the thorough version, and then you can play with it. The first, watch my hand. It goes out. And then it turns. All right. If it's going to go out, what else has to happen? If I'm going to go out here, what has to happen somewhere else? Genevieve, Catherine.
Something has to go in.
I was literally going to say something has to go in.
Well, you've got the right idea. There needs to be, excuse me, there needs to be a compensating for every action. There needs to be an opposite reaction, right? It's not that it needs to go in, it needs to go out from the back. So watch the core of my body. This is closing. If this is closing, that means this is opening in the back. If I was just gonna do this as a strike, right? You're doing the same thing. It's not that everything's going forward. It's that some things are going forward and some things are going backward. When it's coming forward up high, it means it needs to go back down low. So the Mingmen acupuncture point back behind the Dantian is going to open up and go backward. And that's going to allow this energy to go forward. If everything's going forward, you end up throwing yourself over. Plus, there's no power in it. Right? Now, when you practice it at first, you do it very slowly and very deliberately. Okay, it's going out and back. It's going out and back. When you get it and you've practiced it and you feel efficient with it, watch, it's like this. You're not even going to see it, but I'm still doing it. It's still going out and back. Right? It's just that you've done it enough that it becomes really efficient. That's the only difference. So You don't start at 100%. You start at 0% and you build it up little by little. Boom. 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 Oh, okay, wait a minute. That's one of our earlier silk reeling exercises. Exactly. All these exercises string together like this. When I'm doing this exercise, I'm not thinking about this part of it. That part of it's easy. The part I'm thinking about is the invisible part that goes backwards. Watch the twist in my body.
The twist is what moves everything else. I mean,
Yeah, your whole body is twisting all the time in these exercises. So now, the golden rooster is a variation on that theme. Instead of coming straight out like this, now we're twisting even more. It's really a twist. So something's going backward. Now, once you get out there, then you're going to do something different. This is the pung. This is the lu. This is the an. This is the ji. Pung, lu, an, ji. Now, I don't have somebody here to demonstrate with, so it's a little difficult to, but imagine, hold on a minute. Imagine some opponent's arm is coming in like this, right? He's going to punch you in the nose. If you just try to do that, it's partly a block and it's partly a redirect. If you just try to do that with your arm, you won't succeed. Your arm's not strong enough. Plus, the other guy's got a lot of momentum. Right? You're not going to be able to fight all that force. So instead, what you have to do is blend with it. Right? This is getting ready. This is the application. Right? Coil up, uncoil. Coil up, uncoil. Coil up, uncoil. Coil up, uncoil. Okay, that motion is another silk reeling exercise. It's called Yun Shou, cloud hands. If you just try to do it with your arms, it won't work. You have to do it with the core of the body. It's the core of the body that's doing it. The core stretches out to the tips of the fingers. It's the whole body that's doing it. push out, turn, push out, turn, push out, turn, push out, turn. It's that push out and turn that you really want to pay some attention to, because it's happening in here. It expresses itself out here, but the mechanics of it are in here. And where it's coming from is the bottom of your feet. Once you've felt all the parts of this, when you feel it and you've identified all the parts and you've kind of sunk into the move, it's like learning a dance move. As you really get into it, then you can just relax into it. You don't have to be quite so intense with it, all right? But you can be intense if you need to be. Kevin, why do cats have long whiskers?
So they can feel vibrations.
Yes, that's exactly right. So they can feel vibrations, particularly at night when they're hunting. And they're usually hunting through grass and underbrush. And those long whiskers tell them that they can move in this direction because they're getting information through those whiskers. Your fingers are the same thing, right? So they're not just blocks of wood out there. You're touching, you're reaching, you're sensing all the time.
This would be easier.
You're listening. Master Zhang, the art of listening with your body is called Tingjin. The word ting means your ears, and jin means energy. So the function, we would say in English, the function of the ears is to listen. That's a metaphor. Master Zhang used to say, if you do silk reeling correctly, every pore in your body is an ear. You're listening with every pore in the body. Meaning you're open. You're open and stuff's coming in. You're accepting energy from the outside world in order to understand what's going on. So when you do this exercise, even though it's a martial exercise and you think, wow, that's really yang, actually it's really yin. You're being really yin. You're being really open. Which is why when we're done with every session like this, we close our pores again. Remember, at the end of every session, we go through and you close your pores because you've opened yourself up. But you don't necessarily want to walk around like that in the world, right? Okay, let's add the knees in here. Push out, turn. 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 Now, one last thing, and then we'll call it good for today. This is very difficult to describe without having a partner here to work with. But as I said yesterday, this is a catch and a strike, or it can be a catch and a strike. So some mean guy's trying to hit you, right? His hand comes in and you grab it. And since it's already coming this direction, it's easy to just continue to pull it. Look what happens with my body when I do that. He's standing here, I'm going to be turning away from him. So I catch it and I'm twisting away. I'm twisting away, pop! And then I twist back. The twisting away becomes the coiling up for the counterattack. The defensive part of this is the catch and the twist away. That's just pure defense. And it could just stop with that. Right? Boom. Right? Maybe he's my drunken brother-in-law. Right? So I don't want to hurt him. I just twist away. And then I could do something like that. I just push on his shoulder and he's going to fall over because he's drunk. Right? But suppose he's a bad guy. The defensive part of this, the twist away, is actually the coiling up for the counterattack. And the counterattack is going to go straight up his arm, right into his neck. Right? With the side of the hand. Boom. So that can be an interesting thing to think about. Each one of these exercises, each one of these golden rooster exercises is a yin and yang cycle, meaning there's a yin phase and a yang phase. Yin phase, yang phase. Yin phase, yang phase. Yin phase, yang phase. Yin, yang. Yin, yang. Yin, yang. Now, anybody who's played baseball, you know that if you want to hit the ball, which is yang, then you've got to really wind up, which is yin. So if you want a big yang, you got to start with a big yin. So you watch inside your body and figure out, how can I wind up more without sort of overdoing it, right? Well, it's not going to happen out here in the hands. It's going to happen close to the fulcrum. And the fulcrum in your body is right here, right there. Wind up. All right, if you're going to wind up here, wind up. You're going to be using your daimai. We're going to end up going over time, just a few minutes here, so, right? You're going to use your belt meridian. Watch. Coils up, uncoils. Coils up, uncoils. Coils up, uncoils. it can really help with the knee. The knees can really help with the uncoiling. Watch this knee here. And the other side. So the gist of this is everything's working together. And again, when we do this move over the next week or so, do it slow, do it deep, do it really intensely until you really get a feel, and watch yourself. Watch yourself inside, because that's how you really learn to do this, not from what I'm saying. I'm pointing at the moon, right? You have to actually go to the moon.
Oh, your knee is sort of coming in and out.
Yes, it's going in a circle.
Yeah. So it's not just coming up, it's right. That makes it much more complicated.
Everything in your body moves in circles and spirals. That's just what it does. And it's not like, oh, let's move the knee in a circle. It's invented by people who just watched themselves and went, oh, well, this works. That works really well. What is it I'm actually doing when it works really well? Oh, I'm moving in circles. Notice when we do the ankle work. The way I don't think about my ankle when I'm doing the ankle work, I think about my knee. Circle.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Exactly. Okay, guys. That's enough for today. We'll pick it up tomorrow and practice this a little bit. This is just one nice, simple little silk reeling move. All right? We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Ciao.